Welcome back, old and new viewers. We're going to be answering some of you guys' questions. So, in the link in the description, there's a Google Forms, and you guys anonymously submit some questions to me, and I answer them, and I give you my perspective on your confession or your question. Now, we have some great questions today. Just before we get started, I'm playing a bit of CSGO in the background, just seeing which gameplay looks better. I like the CSGO gameplay. Anyway, let's get straight into it. The first question I have today is, how could you deal with the pressure of wanting success? Well, this is a great first question. It's short and to the point. Now, I'll be simple with you. Wanting success is normal and it's natural. Everyone wants some success in their life. Problem is these days that social media has changed that criteria for success. So, what I would suggest to you is define what your success is. Because nowadays, if you look around, people we see Logan Paul, KSI, all these people having such things such as Lamborghinis, mass popularities, and that might be their version of success. But I like to draw from a simple and good example. My example is of Keanu Reeves. While even though he's super successful, to him, he defines his success as happiness. Now, I want you to define your success. What do you want from your life? Do you want to make more money? Or do you want whole theaters to chant your name? Whatever you want in life, define it and make it realistic. However, do not put a value on it. I see this happen a lot. I see a big problem these days with people saying, success to me is when I reach this or that, or success is not a certain stop in your life, it's the journey. For example, a better way to define success might be to do what you're passionate about. I didn't put any value to that. It's not a value, and it's passion, and I might be passionate about multiple things. However, if I say I want 100,000 subscribers, when I reach that milestone, I want to feel empty inside. I feel like I've achieved what I wanted to do, but there's no real thing else for me to do. This channel doesn't have a goal. Doesn't have a goal of hitting 100,000, a million subscribers, 10 million, whatever. For me, the goal is to post something that I'm passionate about, which is this, to post something that is successful in my eyes. Now, this to me is a successful content. But let's say, in the terms of you have skills and ability and you defined your success, how do you do it? And I'll tell you, it's simple. Fail. Fail all the time. You learn more from your failures than you do from success. What do I mean by failure? How do you successfully fail? Let's be honest. I'll give you an example. For me, I was a photographer, and I failed multiple gigs. Multiple. I sucked ass at it. But every time I failed, I learned something about the photography business. For example, my first gig, I ran out of storage on the day of shooting. And the person who wanted photos from me, I could not provide them anymore. Small little mistake. So next time, I fixed that. The second gig, I ran out of battery. Fixed that, bought new batteries. The third time, I didn't take composition and the client's wants into needs. I fixed that. Overall, these failures are going to build you into a better person. I talk about a lot about resilience, and failing all the time builds your resilience. If something happens and something chucks something at you, and life chucks something at you, you can adapt, you can change, you can move around it. If you don't fail and you didn't know how to deal with it in the first place, you're gonna fail big time. So fail smallly, fail little times. You learn more from your failures and everything. Thanks for the great question, and I hope to see you soon again. Okay, the second one we have is a confession. I've had a 4-year long relationship 2 years ago with a person. Let's call them F. I struggled with mental health, and so did they. But we managed to get through our issues and work together until my brother introduced us to a guy. Let's call him D. D was my brother's childhood best friend, and we got along amazingly. After a few months, we decided to build a bigger apartment all together because we had more money left over from paying our bills. Before we moved or made actual plans, F told me they had taken a liking to D and told me they think they were polyamorous. I was put down by that, but accepted that they were, and if they wanted me to be in a relationship, I wouldn't be comfortable with F sleeping with D. After a week of living together, I found that they slept together when I was away for a work trip, before we even moved in together. My brother and my best friend then put me through a lot of psychological warfare, and they chased me away from the place I helped my ex, F, and their now boyfriend D pay for. I left, didn't take anything from the place, only a couple of shirts and some other clothes. I blocked them all and never talked to them again because of all the pain they caused me. A couple of years passed, I found out my ex's 1-year-old son and the friend group had completely disbanded, all except F and D went on their own way. I also found out that my old best friend was a bad word and dated a 14-year-old while being 25. I'm still recovering from things that happened within the group and have been going to therapy for 3 years now. 2 weeks ago, my ex called and blamed me for stealing them, even though I only took clothes with me, and even though I left behind my 2k pound engagement ring as I proposed to F 2 years into a relationship. Wow. First off, stranger, thank you for sharing your story. It sounds like you went through a lot of difficult experience with your ex-partner and former friend group, and it's understandable that you're still recovering from the pain and trauma that caused from the action. First off, it's been amazing that you've been seeking professional help for the past 3 years. I would encourage you to keep prioritizing your mental health and well-being to tackle these difficult emotions you're facing. While your situation is unique and not like most, you did something that could be a lesson for all. You knew you couldn't control the actions of others, but only how you responded to them. In your case, you were brave enough to cut contact from your ex-partner and former friends in order to protect yourself from further pain and trauma. That's amazing. Most people tend to dwell on the past and previous experiences and decide to prioritize those memories instead of working on themselves. So hearing that is incredible. I will give you one helpful advice within your healing process. It's very easy to internalize negative messages and treatment you receive from your ex-partners and former friends. But it's important to remind yourself that you are worthy of love and respect, and that their actions do not define your worth as a person. In my eyes, your worth as a human comes from how you treat each other, not how others treat you. Qualities such as compassion, kindness, empathy are all qualities of a good-hearted person. But the way these people get these qualities is resilience. Again, I'm bringing this up again. Going through the most shittiest experiences in the world, such as this one, will build those qualities, and you will grow as a person more than ever. Your past experience of greed, selfishness, and cruelness will translate into those past qualities I mentioned: compassion, kindness, and empathy. This is just a roadblock in your life. It shouldn't stop you from reaching your full potential. I believe you are capable of great things. Just keep looking after yourself, and take care, guys. Anyway, that's all for this video.